All right, what is up, everybody? First and foremost, thank you so much for joining us on this 8-week challenge. I am absolutely honored to be your guys' coach for the next 8 weeks, and I guarantee you that you're going to come out of this bigger, stronger, looking better, feeling better, and you'll also have established a legitimate habit of working out at a proper intensity, following a program, and making those positive life choices in your life. Now, I am currently in my car because I was sitting at Starbucks for the last 6 hours working on your guys' document for the actual program itself. But I thought that it'd be good just to actually talk this out and, verbally explain how we're going to be running this program. So the program itself is 8 full weeks. Every week you're going to be working out 4 times, and each and every single day is a full body workout. If you look at the table at the top of the document, it's going to have your distribution of what muscles you're working out on what days, and everything ends up being a 2 times a week frequency, meaning that you're going to hit each and every single muscle group 2 times per week, which gives you 2 opportunities to grow that muscle, as well as enough time in between those sessions for those muscles to recover. Now, the only exception for this is your back. Reason being is that the back is comprised of a whole shit ton of different muscles, and we really need to, narrow it down a little bit more, so it's not just, do back twice a week, We've got rear delts, we've got lats, we've got low back, and we've got our upper back consisting of, those rhomboids, the teres, and all of that stuff. And we have traps, which is also technically back as well. Now, looking at the actual workout itself, if you've noticed, there are absolutely no reps in the workout. The reason for this is because it is a body weight workout, and we do have a wide variety of different experience levels doing this workout. So if I should just say do 8 to 10 body weight pump squats or whatever, that's not going to be the same stimulus for somebody who's a little bit more advanced as it is for somebody who's a little bit newer. So how we're going to be doing this is each and every set of each and every exercise should be taken to about technical failure, right? Technical failure being where your form starts to break down, where shit starts to get sloppy, and where you start to use muscle groups that aren't intended for the exercise. For example, for our heels elevated squat, if we are letting that bum shoot out and we're not keeping that upright torso, what's going to happen is we're going to end up incorporating more glutes and more hamstrings into the movement, when realistically we've programmed this for quad development. So we want to keep that form and technique tight, keep it concise, and that's going to be our benchmark for failure. For some exercises, you're going to end up doing a lot of reps, right? So for the push-ups, if I just start out with my push-ups, I'm probably going to get 50 push-ups in my first set. By that third set, I am not going to be getting 50 reps. I might be getting 10 to 15, maybe, right? So how this is going to work, we have 3 total sets of AMRAPs. 3 total sets of AMRAPs, and AMRAPs are as many reps as possible, up to technical failure, okay? So we do our first AMRAP set, we go to technical failure, we stop the set, okay? We do our second AMRAP set, we go to technical failure, we stop the set. Now, for our third set, what we're gonna do is we're going to finish that third set to technical failure, and then we are going to artificially continue that set by using post-fatigue methods. Now, a post-fatigue method is something like a mechanical drop set, going into a different exercise that hits the same muscle group. For example, with those push-ups, you finish out that third set of push-up, you go into a mechanical drop set, you do an easier variation, which means that you're gonna be able to pump out more push-ups because the overall weight, the overall tension on the body is less, because you've gone to a regression. You've gone from a regular push-up to a knees push-up. It's an easier movement, which means we continue that set. And once we burn out that regression, that mechanical drop set to the knees, what we do is we start going into our pec flies, right? Just completely destroying that muscle, getting every single little bit of progress out of it that we can. And that's how we're going to progress this stuff, is by going to technical failure on that third set, continuing that set past technical failure by making intelligent modifications to the exercise, or incorporating exercises that also work out the same muscle group but are easier. And we're just going to continue that for each and every one. Now, the most important thing about this program is that you have a document that you can record your efforts in. And this is absolutely vital. The reason being is that progressive overloading means that you're either adding sets, reps within a set, or weight. to an exercise over a given period of time. You are progressively overloading the exercise. And what happens with that is that's what's going to provide enough stimulation to the body to actually promote strength and muscle building adaptations. And you need that proper stimulus at a proper intensity in order to get bigger and stronger. If you're always working out at a fairly easy intensity, it's hard for that body to develop muscle. It just fucking won't, right? So how we do this is each and every single week, we record our results. Week 1, our first push-up set, we got, 10 reps. Second push-up set, we got 7 reps. Third push-up set, we got 4 reps. We went to our knees, we did a mechanical drop set, and we got 4 reps for the mechanical drop set. And then the pec flies, they don't matter as much because that's just a finisher, but pec flies, you did 30 pec flies, whatever, right? The following week, we try to add some numbers to that. So maybe on the first exercise, maybe on the first set, we do 12 push-ups instead, right? Or on the second set, we get 10 push-ups instead. And that's how we progress this. We add volume to those actual working sets over the course of the 8 weeks until at the end of the 8 weeks, your push-up started at 10, and now you're doing 34 push-ups in your first set. That's how we're going to progress this, okay? So as I mentioned, we have people of all experience levels doing this program. So in order to make sure that everybody has an appropriate exercise for their experience level, I've given you guys regressions and progressions of each and every single exercise. Now, first and foremost, if you need to do a regression, do not feel demotivated by that. We need to start where we need to start. We need to start at an appropriate level of intensity, and then we build on that throughout the 8 weeks. So you'll see a lot of the regressions are going to either reduce range of motion or alter the position of the exercise so as it's a little bit easier to do. So on the spreadsheet you have, it's going to go primary exercise, and then regressions are on top and progressions are on the bottom, okay? So the regressions go from most similar to the primary exercise, which is going to be a little bit harder, to the easiest / the furthest away from the primary exercise. Again, use a regression that you need to so that you can get 10 clean reps of the exercise. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we're going to use a progression if we get more than 30 reps in the first set, okay? 10 is your minimum, 30 is your maximum. If you're outside of those, you need to either go with a regression or a progression to ensure that you're working out at the proper intensity. And you're not sitting there doing 150 reps of something because A, ain't nobody got time for that. B, you're not going to make gains. C, ain't nobody got time for that, okay? So, now, let's talk about the actual community and the group who are running this program. So we've got a bunch of people in here, completely diverse backgrounds, very different people, and you guys are going to be brothers and sisters for the duration of this 8 weeks. I want you guys motivating each other. I want you guys supporting each other. I want you guys actively participating in the community that we've established. That way we're all going to progress together, and we can all reap the benefits and rewards of other people's progress, okay? So what I need from you guys is each and every single time you complete a workout, you're going to comment in the group, done, W1, day D4. You're going to comment, done, W1, D1. What that stands for is week 1, day 1. So whatever week we're on, whatever day you did, WX, DY, right? W5 on week 5, D3 on day 3. You're going to confirm that you've actually completed the actual workout, right? And that way we can guarantee that you're going to get progress over the course of this 8 weeks. Now, beyond that, I also want you guys to take videos of yourself working out. Reason being is that, it's really hard to correct yourself in the moment, right? Especially if you don't necessarily know what to look for. So like if you're doing a squat, right? If your knees are caving in, you're getting that valgus collapse, it's going to cause a lot of bad pressure on the knee, which in an absolute worst case scenario, you could end up injuring yourself. But by taking a video, A, you can review it yourself and be like, oh God, those looked like absolute shit. But B, you can post up into the group and Ab and myself will look it over and be like, yo, this is what's happening. This is what's good. This is what's bad. This is what I need you to do to improve this exercise so that A, you don't hurt yourself, and B, so that you make the most gains you can possibly gain, right? And that's why we're all here, to make gains. And also, if you guys have questions about anything fitness related, ask it in the group, even if it doesn't necessarily pertain to the, 8-week challenge. I want you to be open. I want you to ask questions. I want you to learn and grow. Because at the end of the day, I am here to help you guys. I'm here to help you grow, help you learn, and help you develop. My overall goal with personal training and taking on clients and stuff like that, whether it's within the context of an 8-week challenge, or if it's one-on-one online training or in-person training, my ultimate goal is always to create independency so that you don't need me and that you know what to do. You know how to make gains. You know how to make progress. My goal is to work myself out of a job. So please ask questions, whether it's diet, form and technique, the science behind lifting, the fucking history behind lifting. I don't care. You have this resource, use it. Please use me, abuse me, do what you gotta do, but make gains, motherfucker. So I think that's about everything in terms of just a baseline introduction, but please, if you have questions, ask them. That's what I'm here for. Now, I want you guys all to go out, do your first day, and absolutely fucking crush it. If you ever have that thought in your head, oh, I'm not very good at this. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make progress. Oh, I wanna quit. Don't. Because this is how you make progress in life, whether it's working out, whether it's getting a degree, whether it's advancing in your field, whether it's picking up a hobby, right? You put in the effort, you put in the time, and you get the results. And there's going to be periods where you're going to be demotivated. There's going to be periods where you don't want to continue. There's going to be periods where you might feel like a piece of shit about yourself and you're super down on yourself. But ultimately, at the end of the day, reach out, tell us that you're struggling with it, and we're going to help you keep you on track. Because ultimately, your guys' physical and mental health, as well as your progress on this journey, is the most important thing to us. So we want everybody to be happy, want everybody to be healthy, and we want to support you guys to grow and develop as humans and individuals. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I can't fucking wait to start. Let's fucking go.